My name is Mike. I'm in the North Carolina Army National Guard. Been in about 13 years. I'm an E5 sergeant. Still in. Deployed into Kosovo in 2004. Went to Iraq in 2009. When the vehicles would get hit and they'd get blown up, the first stop the vehicles would go would be the aid station, obviously, but then I had to go take the equipment out because a lot of the classified stuff that was in that would tell us where the device was, what frequency set it off, things like that. So I'd have to go in and pull that stuff out, and it wasn't like they cleaned it up afterwards. So usually I'd get a lot of the aftermath of kind of what happened. My worst one was one that they get the bodies out, they lock the vehicle down, they put it in a secure yard until I can get to it. Well, in my case, I wasn't able to get to it till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a 140-degree day. It's not pleasant once you pop that thing back open because it is pretty much airtight. And you still got to go in and get the equipment. When these guys were driving around, they got hit. Some of the stuff is stuff they kind of were expecting to see again. And now you're going through and it's one of those, do I need to get that for somebody? Mm-hmm. You know, was that something that was important to them? When I deployed to Iraq, my wife was a chaplain, so we deployed together. She came down with breast cancer. We got home. She got her mastectomy and started the process for that, and within about a month and a half, we got divorced. So it was kind of the coming home, adjusting, oh yes, now we have a big medical stressor, oh yeah, now there's a divorce going on. Depression obviously hits after so many stressful events. I'm 35 now, I was 33 then. Prior to that, being in a German family, you think, oh, this guy's had his party nights. Never been drunk, not once. When the wife left, I took it up as an extreme sport. It's never me. I'm never gonna be that guy. But you end up being that guy. You don't mean to. It's not something you did on purpose, but you end up being that guy. And the quicker you can figure out how to fix it, the better off you're gonna be. For most of my life, I'm usually the center guy for my group of friends. I'm the guy who does the plans. I'm the guy who helps everybody out. So when I needed it's real hard to find yourself needing the other people to be that stability. Took me about 4 or 5 months, and a buddy that we deployed with actually helped me through it and gave me some things to go on to. And actually, it helped me build off the help that I ended up getting, the sources that I used. They would start, and then I was more willing to listen to my buddies, you know, when they would start giving me the advice and being that support that I needed. They have a thing called Army One Source. It's an 800 number you call up for just about any issue whatsoever, and they hook you up with whatever it is you're looking for. In my case, I called up and said, hey, I'm needing a counselor, I'm going through a divorce, and yeah, there's alcohol involved. The counselors that I specifically had, at the time, I even remember going, this isn't really doing much. But then I realized as soon as I was done with counseling, and I'd step out, and I'd usually go hang out with my buddies afterwards, it would keep me talking, because I was at least now thinking, okay, so as to not do this again, what do I need to do? The counselor would start it, he'd get me thinking, I'd get to my support system, and my support system would be, you know, keep talking. And all of a sudden things start to click for you. My roommate deployed with us, and this was his first deployment, and again, once I got the counseling and once I got help, I could kind of sit down and look at him and watch him where he was at, and I'm going, I'm different not just because I'm a different person, but I'm different because my situation is this is my second, and that was his first. And I could watch the mistakes he's making and go, dude, I was there. Here, let me help you out. Years ago, you know, you'd look and I'll get to it later. No, now it's about getting to it now, and definitely get to it sooner rather than later. The programs that are in place now are great, but you've still got to be willing to jump on them. The stigma that used to exist for soldiers getting mental therapy or mental help or any type of that kind of thing, it really is going away. All of my buddies who've gone to the VA to make sure their medical issues are documented, they're getting taken care of. If they can't work anymore, if there's some sense of disability, they're getting that, and that's going to allow them to, when they do eventually get out of the military because they can't do the job anymore, they'll be able to do something once they get out. The VA helps them work with the Army to get what they need to recover from doing the job the Army wanted them to do. and then still have a life to support themselves and their families once they get out. Being with the VA is I'm always going to have somebody somewhere who's going to go, we can take care of this guy and help him find what he needs to keep driving on.